The anime begins a few days before the graduation ceremony. We see Izumi heading out for her school activities. Her mother stops her, saying she needs to pack her belongings since they're shifting to Tokyo. However, Izumi declines because she wants to stay here and leaves abruptly. During her school activities, we see that she wants to beat the record of her friend, Nana, in a race, but fails doing it. Her friend, Miharu, encourages her, saying she'll definitely beat Nana before the graduation ceremony. However, Izumi's feeling down, as she won't be able to attend the graduation. The next day at the station, Izumi purposely chooses not to go to the school and takes a different train. She wonders how her school pass worked outside the school district. Izumi then heads out to the beach where she sees a shiny stone. She picks it up and keeps it in her pocket. She then decides to go back to school. While scanning her pass, she gets isekai'd into an unknown world. Yeah, unfortunately, no Truck-kun this time, guys. In the new world, she meets Pokun. Suddenly, the stone she picked up on the beach starts glowing. This stone allows her to communicate with Pokun properly. Initially, she thinks that she's dreaming, but Pokun clears her doubts. He then explains that they are in the Valley of Time, and Pokun will be her companion throughout her journey. Suddenly, they jump from the tower, and Pokun fills himself up with air. Well, like a balloon. They then arrive at the nearby town where Izumi learns that Pokun belongs to a race called Poppin, and they're the guardians of this town. Their duty is to make the flow of time run smoothly by dancing. There they meet Remy, the guardian priestess of this town. Apparently she's lost her voice due to some incident. Pokun alerts everyone that Kigurumi is attacking them and they start running. Izumi notices that the toys are being sucked by them. So if you get sucked by Kigurumi, there's no way out. As the monsters run after them, a girl named Asashi comes in like a hero and saves them. They notice that some girls are trying to capture Kigurumi and somehow they manage to succeed. Later the girls introduce themselves as Kanatsu and Aoi, and they also got isekai'd for whatever reason. They plan to go back, but the elder stops them. He explains that the world is in danger and they need their help. So basically, 1 hour in their original world is equal to 120 hours here. And I'm not a mathematician, but they have 10 days before their graduation ceremony here. However, there's a catch. If you spend more than 10 days in this world, you cannot return back to the original world. The Valley of Time is a hub which is connected to the timelines of the other world. Apparently, the Seed of Time, which is the heart of this world, is attacked by some unknown force. The Elder then provides them with some clothes, which protects them from the effects of time dilation. Later, the Elder tells them about the Castle of Time, which was their home, and the heart of the world. After getting attacked, the creatures called Kigurumi took over the castle, so they're basically after the stone fragment. If they don't retrieve the Seed of Time, which is in Kigurumi's possession, then the flow of time in the original world will also get affected. Plus, there's another issue. Since Remy lost her voice, she can't do prayers, which is important to activate the Seed of Time. The Elder explains that the stones are the fragments of the Seed of Time, and the shiny stone is actually a fragment. There are a total of 6 fragments, and the toy people already have 5 now. So, he wants all the girls to assemble the fragments and to perform a dance ceremony inside the Castle of Time to save the world. Their partners explain to them that the Dance of Courage is the power source which will help them make the flow of time smooth, and will invoke some special abilities. With no option, the girls agree. Later, they begin their warm-up for learning the Dance of Courage. The girls learn that the 5th person is also joining their group. While discussing the topic, Izumi gets into a fight with Aoi and leaves abruptly. She then reaches a cliff to calm her mind and meets an unknown in a similar kind of outfit. He introduces himself as Reno. Izumi assumes that he's the 5th fragment to join their group. Reno takes her into an unknown cave and shows her past memories where she lost to Nana in the race. Reno then shows that he has another fragment and asks her if she wants to reset the time. He's basically hinting that if they bring all the 6 fragments here in the cave, he can reset time. Suddenly, another girl interrupts and Reno vanishes. All the girls then welcome the 5th girl, Saki, to the group. They then try to talk to her, but she just ignores them and leaves, saying that she doesn't want to return to her world. The next day, the girls start practicing the dance. However, the Elder and Remy get attacked by the creatures. Izumi tries to save them, but they kidnap Remy and leave. At night, the girls are still trying to recover from this attack, when Izumi finally confesses to everyone that she knows the last piece of fragment and tells them about Reno. The girls understand her situation and forgive her. They all realize that they all share the similar type of lives where no one understands them. Elder then regains consciousness and tells everyone to learn the Miracle Dance. It's the dance from which can awaken an incredible amount of energy. It says if a team's hearts become one, then a miracle can happen. We see Saki eavesdropping on their conversation. Later they feel a massive earthquake. Elder tells them that the disturbance in time has started. If this happens frequently, they won't be able to return back to their original world. Hearing this, they start practicing the dance the next day. Later, Saki's partner, Rupi, secretly informs her to follow him. She learns that Saki is practicing the dance in secret, and she's got some moves. Well, except for the bizarre outfits. So we see that someone is secretly keeping an eye on the girls. They continue dancing, and we see a bright light spreading across. Basically, their dance of courage is working. Suddenly, Rupi appears and tells everyone that Saki got kidnapped by Kigurumi and Rino. Izumi insists everyone to save her, but they all deny, saying that they don't like her attitude. Rupi then tells them about her past, where everyone betrayed her because of her excellence in dancing. In short, because of this incident, she's afraid to dance with everyone. They decide to help her and finally reach the cave. They notice that Saki and Remy are trapped in a cage, and Rino is the culprit behind all of this. Rino challenges them and asks them to face the Kigurumi monsters. Izumi doesn't think anything and runs towards the stage, while the other girls follow her. As they get surrounded by the monsters, they get ready to show off the results of courage dancing. Suddenly, their appearance changes into magical girls, and they attack the Kigurumi. Pokon and the others say that they finally mastered the dance of courage. Everyone has special abilities now. Asahi can pass through any solid objects, Aoi has a visualization ability, Konatsu has the abilities of manifesting magical notes, and Izumi has a dash ability. After defeating the monsters, they learn that all the Poppin souls were trapped inside Kigurumi. Izumi then confronts Rino and orders him to release her friends. He gives her two options. Either she can release them, and then Rino will leave this world forever, or she can go back to the past to redo her race with her friend. Izumi chooses to release them, and Rino suddenly vanishes, leaving her behind the fragment and his clothes. Finally, they free the captives. Izumi tries to talk to her, but still Saki again ignores her and leaves. Finally, with these 6 fragments, the Seat of Time is now complete. Pokon and the others decide to go to the castle to perform their ceremony. Later, everyone learns that someone has stolen the Seat of Time, and Saki is nowhere to be seen. Pokon then instructs everyone to leave their world because after some time, they could lose their chance to go back home. Izumi and the others convince them that they will retrieve the Seat of Time and bring back Saki. Finally, they reach the castle and decide to sneak in from the back door. But the bridge isn't stable, and to activate the emergency bridge, one of them needs to cross a pit and pull the lever. Their only option is Izumi, but she can't use her ability as the bridge won't be able to sustain it. She needs to cross the bridge in 11.88 seconds. This shocks her as she tried to beat her friend's record of 11.89 seconds in the past and failed, because of course. She decides to run and finally beats the record. After entering the castle, they learn that they need to go on top of the castle without using an elevator. Suddenly, they get attacked by the watchdog of the castle. They ride on top of the creature. Konatsu uses her ability and shuts the creature's mouth. Aoi learns that the monster is full of Poppin souls, so Asahi uses her ability to get inside of the creature, and they burst on the top floor by releasing all the souls. They encounter the villain, Jinbat. Izumi and the others notice that Saki is with her. Jinbat tells everyone that she's the future self of Saki. So basically, this future self got betrayed by everyone. She chose to get the Seat of Time and become immortal. Jinbat then attacks Izumi with the device, which speeds up her aging process. Seeing Izumi suffer, Saki's cold heart starts melting. She reveals how Izumi came to help her every time. Saki asks her future self if she will dance in the future. She denies it, saying that her teammates betrayed her and she abandoned her dance. Saki pushes her and frees Izumi from the spell. Seeing this, Jinbat gets angry and attacks them. Konatsu comes in clutch and protects them. Taking this as an advantage, Izumi and Asahi attack. They defeat her, but suddenly the Seed of Time goes out of control. It starts attacking Jinbat, and she starts going back to her child form, until she completely vanishes. Suddenly the timeline starts breaking, and the castle starts destroying itself. Elder and Remy enter the castle and place the Seat of Time at the center. Now it's time to perform the Dance of Miracles. So everyone comes to their positions and starts dancing. This triggers the Seat of Time to activate, and it reverts the destruction. They finally manage to save the Valley of Time. However, their time is running out, so they need to quickly return to their world. So the girls cheerfully say farewell to everyone. They come back to their original world. Izumi reaches her school for the graduation ceremony. She apologizes to Nana and forgives her. We all see that the girls are now living their lives with newfound hope. But it doesn't end here. For some reason, in the high school, all the 5 girls end up in the same school. During their entrance ceremony, the student council president enters the stage. He utters a sentence. The stage is now set, revealing he is Rino.